Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel again. I appreciate you tuning in again with me today. So today, guys, I got some super cool content. If you are a C10 fan, I promise you, you're going to enjoy this content. If you follow the channel, you know that I have embarked on a journey where I am building cars for people that have projects that they need work on. I'm consulting them through the process and building the vehicle for them. You've probably seen the 81 C10 that we've been working on the last year or so. That project is almost coming to a completion. So in the process of working on that, we got approached by another client who has a C10 that he wants to build as well. And this gentleman has a super clean 79 C10. He reached out and said, hey, I want to do some work on it. I want to do it in phases, starting with the suspension and brakes, and then we'll kind of transition over to interior paint and whatnot. So anyways, so today's the big day. He is dropping off the truck. We're taking delivery of it. He's coming to us all the way from Dallas, Texas. He drove his C10 down here, guys. That's right. No trailer queens in his stable. He drove it down here. It's an LS swap monster. Beautiful C10 79. So we're gonna walk around the truck. Stay tuned. You won't want to miss this, guys. I promise you. Watch this video all the way through from start to finish.
Town.
What's up? You all right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys. So I got Marvin here. He is the owner of this beautiful 79 C10, as you can see. Absolutely gorgeous. You know, I just noticed this is like the third black C10 that I've got my hands on. I got my personal C10, and then of course I got the C10 that we just built, Project Belita, and now this beautiful specimen here. So Marvin, tell me a little bit about your truck. How did you come to own this beautiful machine?
I went to eBay. Man, they said that's where you go to find C10 stuff.
All right.
So I wanted a black 79. Sure enough, as soon as I typed in black 79, it was right at the top.
Wow.
You know, so I got lucky on that.
So what's so special about the 79? Why did you choose a 79?
Well, because that was the year I was born. So
of course.
So that was the year I was born. So it had to be a 79.
I love it.
I kind of nicknamed the truck Baby Boy.
Baby Boy.
Because we were both baby boys in 1979. And once this project is complete, maybe we can come up with something a little better.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm just calling it Baby Boy.
The wheels are spinning, man. The wheels are spinning. the wheels are turning in the head. Okay, cool. Yeah. So 79, bought it on eBay. Tell me about the truck as it currently sits. I know this truck has an LS swap. Can you tell me anything about the LS swap?
Well, everything was done when I bought it. As far as I know, it's out of a 06 Chevy Suburban.
Okay.
The motor and trans. It runs great.
Okay.
The truck rides smooth as butter. It was a California truck its whole life.
Nice.
Man, the guy I bought it from, his name was Matt. Shout out to Matt. Man, he was great the whole way.
Right.
He trailered it on an 18-wheeler down to my town, which is Arlington. And man, I just been enjoying the truck ever since. I've had it about a year and a half now. I don't get a chance to drive it as much because I work so much.
Right.
But when I do, I like to go to the Good Guys show. I like the C10s in the park, and I'm itching to get down to some shows in Houston, especially with the Chevy boys of Houston.
What are your plans for this truck? I know you brought it here so that we can start on the suspension, but what's your vision long term? I know suspension is the first phase, but what's the plan long term? What color you want to paint it? What kind of wheels?
Honestly, I'm gonna keep it simple, man. I want to keep it black because that's the original, you know, color code.
Right.
With the red interior. So that's I just want it freshened up. I'm not trying to win any shows and be a trophy chaser or anything. I just really want a badass truck. You know, that's all I want. Just nice suspension, stance, wheels, nice clean paint. You know.
What was it that brought you to Red and Black Collection, or what we're calling RBC Customs, to have this project done with them? What was it that that said to you like, hey, I like this guy, I like how he does business? What was it exactly?
Well, Red and Black collection is heavy in the streets right now.
Right.
So they're up and coming, and I want to be a part of it, So I saw what you were doing to the Bleed That truck, and man, I want the same thing for my truck.
There you go. Definitely. Well, we definitely plan to exceed your expectations, and definitely look forward to taking this project to the next level, man. And let's take a look under the hood. I want to see this LS swap.
Sure. LS swap has a Trailblazer intake on it.
Okay.
You car aficionados will probably notice. But other than that, it's just pretty much cut and dry.
It's clean. It's clean though. Definitely. Okay. Nice. And you said this is a 5.3?
It's 5.3, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, more if it's off of Suburban, yeah, it's probably gonna be a 5.3. Yeah, it's a clean swap. Yeah, these C10s, they really do take swaps very well. I mean, like, it's almost like they're made for these engines. Most of the guys I know that do swaps all the time, they say that probably C10s are probably the easiest vehicles to swap, because there's very little modification that you have to do. But yeah, man, I mean, this is a super clean truck, so I'm definitely looking forward to putting our touch on it.
I do want to replace the bedside, because as you can see, that has the round gas cap.
Oh,
which I believe in '79 was the first year for the gas door.
Okay, that's interesting. I never knew that. I mean, when I saw you pull up, I noticed where the gas cap was, and I was like, is that how they were? 'Cause I don't really know a lot of guys that have trucks that are pre-80. Most of the guys have like the 80 and up. And so I saw that, I was like, that's interesting. And another thing I noticed too on this truck, and I noticed, man, your rallies are really clean, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, they say that those rings are really pricey.
Yeah, the beauty rings, I think is what they call them. Yeah, your rallies are super clean. But anyways, man, yeah, this is a super clean truck, man.
Yeah, if you want to take a look at the interior, and it's pretty much done. Like I said, I bought the truck as is. They had already had the swap, already had the interior done.
Oh wow.
So I don't think I really need any interior work.
Yeah, you're right, man.
I like the seats as is.
It's clean. It's maybe a headliner. That's about it. That's the only thing I see. I mean, other than that, man, this thing is clean. Is this the original dash?
Yeah, possibly, man. Possibly.
Wow.
I'm not sure.
It's clean, man. Yeah, it's really clean. I mean, honestly, judging by the inside of this thing, I mean, like, if I'm honest, the outside doesn't really match the inside, because even though the outside is nice and clean, but the outside looks like a 79, like you say, a 34-year-old truck, or a 43-year-old truck that has been, it's been maintained, but it has some normal wear and tear that a 43-year-old vehicle should have. But looking at this interior, it looks like they just like bubble wrap this thing or something, and just, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's super clean on the inside. Wow. Even these seal plates are just like super clean. I mean, I know they sell those, so those might have been replaced at some point in time. But it's a solid truck too. I mean, I don't see any signs of rust or anything in this thing. Like you said, it came out of California, so it's probably a really solid truck. But that's cool, man. The bed could use some help, but
yeah, well, I mean, it's gonna be Rhino line.
Yeah, it's gonna be Rhino line. So yeah, no worries there. I mean, it still looks pretty decent shape, just a little surface rust, but nothing major. I mean, and oh, by the way, have you thought about wheels and tires yet, or just wheels?
Yeah, actually I have. I'm thinking about going with some Weld Racing wheels.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think I want to do the 22s all the way around.
Okay.
2212 in the rear and a 2210 up front.
Nice.
As far as the size of the tire, I haven't decided on that yet. I kind of want a little meaty tire.
Right.
So maybe a 325/30.
Yeah, I'm thinking
22.
I'm thinking at least a 30 series, 30 to 35 series.
I think a 25 might be a little too thin for me.
25 is too thin. 30 is borderline. 35 is kind of that sweet spot.
And that's actually one of the things that, not that I'm afraid of, but a slight concern is that this truck rides so good.
Right.
Like, so I've been afraid to put bigger wheels and thinner tires and all that because, man, I really don't want to, diminish the quality of this ride, you know.
Right.
So hopefully with the QA1 setup and all the things that I'm doing, it'll still give me that smooth Cadillac ride.
So we got a trip to make. We got to take this thing over to Andre's shop, LMB Fab, and we got to run a couple errands. So let's get to it. Anything else you want to say before we leave?
Man, I'm excited. Thank you for taking this project on. I wasn't gonna take no for an answer. I had to have you do it. You're the only one I really trust. I've been around. I got other hot rods, and I know how the big shops will treat you.
Right. And
so I just going this ride. I really feel good about. Okay. So I'm looking forward to it, man. However long it needs to take. Hopefully not too long, but. No, I'm just kidding. However long it takes to get the truck right.
Right.
But I know it's gonna be. Gonna knock some socks off.
By the way, I got something for you. Little gift from us.
Oh, the whole thing?
Yeah.
All right.
Take them all, yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Look, it's already paying off, y'all.
There you go. hey, definitely. So what we'll do is we'll drop off the truck, and we'll get that dropped off. And then we got like some stuff to do. We're headed over to Turkey Leg Hut, right?
That's right. It's my first time going to the Turkey Leg Hut. Heard all about it. And so I'm looking forward to that as well.
Yeah, it's nice and smooth. It's quiet. I bet it's a real treat too, driving this truck down the highway.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
And then all the looks. I mean, just headed down here, I got so many thumbs up and honks and waves.
We're gonna head out to LMV Fab later today so we can drop off the truck so they can start on the process of tearing this thing apart. They're gonna do a full suspension kit on this thing, C-notch. Also gonna do a 4-link suspension in the rear, full QA1 coilover suspension from front to back, Willwood, big brakes. Big pistons, big brakes in the front and the rear, and this thing is gonna be just a beautiful, beautiful truck once it's done. Already a beautiful truck, but it's gonna look even better, right?
To have a 79 because you know these C10s are a dime a dozen, so I was like, what could I do for it to be me, you know, mine, you know, and I was like 79, you know.
And I wish I had the cash.
And so to be honest, Sam Castronova's C minus.
Okay.
After seeing that truck, is when I pulled the trigger.
That is a nice truck.
I love that truck.
That is a nice truck.
I'm not necessarily gonna go to the Delmo speed route that he took. But that is a beautiful truck, man. And after seeing that in a few magazines, I went ahead and pulled the trigger on it. And just seeing how the C10, you know, movement has been taking shape over the last 5 or 6 years.
Right.
I love trucks, so I had to hop on that bandwagon, I guess you can call it.
Speaking of trucks and love for trucks, you got another truck, man. What?
Yeah, I got my everyday driver is an 02 Chevy short wide 1500.
Okay. It's a step side, right?
No,
it's a fleet.
It's a fleet
okay.
side. And I've had that thing about 15 years now.
You did some work on it, right?
Well, it's got suspension wheels. But other than that, that's about it. But yeah, I've had new paint jobs. Everything on that truck has been replaced.
I thought so.
Windows, paint. Everything.
When I saw it, I was like, yeah, this truck it's either been well maintained or it's been restored, or a little bit of both.
Pretty much a mini restoration.
Yeah, it definitely is a nice truck.
Man, I'm just pretty much building my collection. I got a 55 Chevy that I've had for a very long time, and then I got the 79, and then my 02. I'm ready to put it up on the shelf.
Okay.
And get another everyday drive vehicle.
So I know you got this LS in here, this 5.3. What's the fastest you ever driven it?
Shit, man, probably about 85 miles an hour.
Really? Okay. And how she handled the 85? She pretty smooth?
Smooth as butter.
That's cool. That's cool.
No, I mean, steering wheel goes where You know, you turn it, it's going.
Right.
Brakes work well.
Right.
I mean, the guy that put this truck together, I mean, he did a heck of a job, whoever it was.
Yeah. Yeah. Where'd this truck come out of again? Like, what part of the country?
It was California.
Guess right, California. You said that.
I can't remember the city, but it was California for sure.
Okay.
The truck had been registered in Iowa because I guess with those Californians, they do that because of the emissions and all that.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff, you know,
okay.
so.
That makes sense. Oh, yeah. Sounds good. Oh, yeah. See, you were holding back. You were holding back. You were cruising.
Yeah.
You were cruising real slow. I was like, okay, I know he said he drives slow, but at one point it was like I wasn't sure if that was me that was holding you up, or if that was just how you were really driving, or what. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, man, it keep up with traffic. I love it, man.
Yeah, no, I can just tell by the way, you know, it accelerated when you just took off, man. I mean, I can tell it's a solid swap in here. All your gauges work?
All my gauges work. My speedometer, it kind of works when it wants to. Right now, it's working.
Is that the original mileage?
Honestly, I don't know. It could be.
That 128?
It could be.
Man, it could be, man. That thing is clean. Gear shifter works, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All your idiot gauges, like they call them. That's a nickname that's an old guy told me. Like, yeah, we call those idiot gauges.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that could be the original mileage.
Wow. Yeah, this thing is.
I mean, it doesn't look like a newer gauge cluster, but
I noticed the AC wasn't hooked up.
right.
So no AC from right now, anyways.
No
right?
AC.
Okay.
It blows, but it doesn't blow cold.
Doesn't blow cold. Yeah.
The heat's working.
The heat. Hey, in Dallas, you need the heat for sure.
Well, in the wintertime.
Yeah.
In the summertime, you don't. Like I was telling you before, like these windows could be the original windows. See how they have the that haze around the outer.
Oh yeah, yeah. I see
so
that. Yeah, that's.
I'm not sure if that.
Yeah,
could be,
I mean,
because I want all new seals, all the rubber seals
Right.
to be replaced. Like because the wing window, they whistle.
Yeah. It's hard to keep these guys from. It's hard to keep them sealed. In other words, yeah, they have like refurbishing kits that you can buy. There's a local place here called Outback Truck Parts, and they are a local treasure, man. Just about every single part you can think of on this truck, they have it, and in most cases, they have it in stock. So no ordering, no having to wait for shipping and stuff like that. You can typically get parts in town. I will say that they do typically come with a bit of a premium, but for the convenience, you can't beat it. You know what I mean? Not being able to walk into a store, grab something and go the same day instead of having to wait a week to 2 weeks for it to come in is like, it's well worth it. Most of the parts that we needed for the other project Belita, we found they had just about everything from like hood, chrome trim accessories, all kind of stuff, man. Because we replaced just about every single thing on that truck except for the doors and the bed sides. Those are still original. We cut out a couple sections where we had to repair some rust.
Yes.
But other than that, man, we replaced like the whole front clip is new, except for the fenders. The fenders are original, but the hood, the entire grill assembly, the bumpers, lights, headlights, everything, man. All that stuff is all brand new on that truck.
It's a little sad seeing my baby go from Ag Town to H Town, but I got to do what I got to do. You were the only one I really trusted to take on a project like this.
Yeah,
because I know you know your stuff.
Yeah, no, she will be in good hands. Andre, man, he has some really high end trucks and cars that go through his shop, and he takes good care of them. Like I told you earlier, Forgiato Frank, he dropped off his '69 Camaro.
And that's the thing, that if Frank, if you getting work done, if he's letting you work on his, it's legit.
Yeah,
Frank's not gonna have.
Oh, absolutely. He is of a particular taste. So definitely, man. But yeah, and then I'm actually gonna have him do some work on my.
I think I got it.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually have him do some work on my Monte Carlo and my Impala. Actually, some suspension work. I think I'm gonna have him shorten my rear end on both of those cars, and then also I'm gonna have him do a brake upgrade and probably a C notch, not a C notch, but a frame notch on my my Monte Carlo.
My wife rode with me down here. I was just telling her, man, we're driving down looking like Mom and Pop Kettle right now, but after getting customized by Carlos, man, we're gonna look like Bonnie and Clyde here back.
Exactly, man. Just think, if you thought you turned heads driving down here, I promise you'll turn way more heads when you leave. I promise you that for sure.
I hope so, man, because just going around the corner from my house, I get a dozen thumbs up. And I believe that people see a humble truck.
Right.
I think when they see it, it's like, oh, that's a humble Joker right there.
Yeah.
You know, it's not all blinged out.
Right.
You know, and all gaudy. So they can relate to this truck.
Yeah,
their
absolutely.
Grandpa had this truck, or their dad had this truck.
Yep.
Now, once I bling it out, they might think I'm too big for my britches, maybe.
Well, something tells me that whatever you decide to do with the truck, it's going to be tasteful.
Yes.
And so it won't, you know, I think people will still appreciate it. The people that appreciate it like it is now will appreciate it after you do your work to it as well. So, wow. Man, I've said it once, I'll say it again. This truck is just so clean on the inside, man. Yeah, I'm in love with this truck, man.
Thank you.
All right, let's do this. All right, guys, that's a wrap. So we dropped off our C10. We've got all the information that we need to make sure that we're all on the same page. This is going to be a super cool project. So we'll do an unveiling of the C10 once it's all finished so that you guys can see the finished product. But I'm super stoked and excited about this project. Stay tuned to the channel for more updates on Project C10, and we'll keep sending them your way, guys. All right, guys, see you next time.